Hey, what's going on, guys? So from about mid-August to Tinley Park in the middle of October, it is expo season, and I go to a lot of expos this time of year. And here in Toronto, it's time for the biggest reptile expo in Canada, the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo. So I'm just getting ready here. I'm heading over to check out the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, and I'm also gonna dole out a whole new batch of Rattle On Awards. I'm Dāv Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures. Alright guys, so this expo is just getting started and already it's packed. There is so much to see here, and not only is there so much to see here, but there's a lot that's here that is only found here in Canada. All right, look at this over here. They've got my ball python movie playing. People are hanging out watching it. This is really awesome. What's your name?
Maya.
Maya, and look what Maya did for me. That's awesome. You got the Rattle On in there. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thank you for the awesome content.
I love it. Thank you. So great meeting you.
You too.
All right, have fun.
Subscribe to Dāv Kaufman's Reptile Expo.
Listen to her.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. So as I mentioned earlier, there's stuff here that is only found in Canada. There are some really amazing morphs of reptiles here. And over at Mike Tytula's table, he has one of the most incredible hognoses you guys have ever seen. Mike Tytula.
Hello.
You may remember him from such places as YouTube.
Yes.
And pretty
Instagram.
soon, Madagascar. It's going to be an awesome trip. An awesome
3
trip.
months? That's
Something like that.
That's
Yeah,
horrifying.
January. Yeah. But you have something that is just absolutely incredible. Look at this.
So this is actually my girlfriend's first hognose snake, and it looked exactly like a normal Conda hognose. Nothing special about it. And over time, we noticed with a few sheds, she had a little bit more white on her head.
Yeah.
And just progressively got more and more white and darker throughout the whole rest
Look
of the
at
body.
this.
So we don't know if it's either genetic, we're not sure. It could be something like vitiligo, like just a loss of pigment in certain places.
Could be.
There's
But
a few other theories, but nothing's proven yet.
It definitely looks pied.
It does, yeah. But normally, like pied, it hatched out as pied,
Right.
right?
I mean, that is just amazing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like a total interruption in pigment, which is what piebaldism is.
Yeah.
But that is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's
and then
nothing-
look at the body. The body is
nothing
just
like it.
completely dark.
Yeah.
Okay, if that is genetic, that is going to be something amazing.
Yeah.
So how old is this animal?
5 or 6.
Okay, so have you paired it up yet? And
We have some interesting things have popped out. We don't have any adults. Like this happened when she was like 4.
4,
Brie.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of waiting to see what happens, but we have a couple holdbacks from that clutch, and there's some promising things.
That is the most unique hognose snake I have ever seen anywhere in the world.
Thank you.
That is amazing. So Adam, what's the deal? If people are wearing your merch, they get
a bracelet. So I actually have none left.
Oh,
I've
you have
given
none
them all
left.
away. But I'll go get some. They're in my bag in the office there. So if you come up to me today and you're wearing a Wickens Reptiles shirt of any design, then you get a free bracelet just for coming to say hi.
You brought like 3 bracelets, right?
Yeah, I brought like 6 bracelets.
6, yeah.
You know, for all 6 of my fans.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, makes sense. So I'm over here at Peter Williams Reptiles. Peter, you have something quite unique over here.
Yeah, we've got a wall hybrid here.
A wall hybrid.
Yeah.
Okay, now that is really funky looking. Look at that. So tell us what the wall hybrid is.
So that's a Woma python bred to a ball python. The ball python in this pairing had 4 genes. We had cinnamon, lesser, spider, pinstripe. I think this one got cinnamon and lesser. And yeah, it just ended up being one of the coolest snakes I've ever hatched.
So you took an Australian python and an African python.
That's right.
And made something quite bizarre.
If anything proves that Womas are pythons, it's the fact that you can do this.
All right, so do we have heat pits?
You can see the beginnings of some heat pits, but not quite.
All right, that is a really interesting hybrid. Frankly, I mean, there's a lot of people that kind of like hybrids, a lot of people that don't.
Obviously I do.
But man, that is one of the most unique snakes I've ever seen. So we've got spider, Woma, and what else is in there?
So I think this one is lesser spider, and this one is just spider.
Spider Womas. And do we have head wobble?
Not that I've seen yet. You know, they're a couple months old now, and like I said, not that I've seen, but it could develop later. Who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Very, very interesting. You can definitely see the Woma influence in these. All right, man. Well, thanks for showing those off. Are you selling these, or are you holding these back?
These ones are for sale.
And what are you asking for them?
$1,000.
That's not terrible.
They are, as far as I know, they're sterile.
Oh,
so
there you go.
You can't really take it beyond this, so it's just a pretty pet, basically.
There you go. All right. Well, fantastic. Thanks for showing those off. Those are extremely unique snakes. You know, guys, a lot of people have different opinions over hybrids, but I want to know what your opinion is. Comment below. Let me know, are you against hybrids and why? And are you for hybrids and why? Comment below and let me know. So a little known fact about Canada is that turtles and tortoises are actually illegal to import here. So the turtles and tortoises that are actually in the country are extremely expensive. So look at this little Russian tortoise. $649. Leopard tortoises over here, $749. And look at these dudes here. Central American wood turtles, $650. So what is the deal with Canada and tortoises? I know that they're illegal to import, and that makes them pretty expensive. It's basically, if you have turtles and tortoises already in Canada, you can have them, but you're going to pay for them.
Yeah, so I believe it's been a law since about the 70s where you can't bring anything in unless you're like a zoological facility. So pretty much everything has to originate from that Canadian stock from nearly 50 years ago now.
From nearly 50 years ago?
Yeah. Right.
Wow, and after 50 years, they've still held on to these kind of prices.
Yep, it doesn't seem to be going down whatsoever, so.
Wow, that's going to blow a lot of people around the world away. So as a result of that, there's not a lot of turtles and tortoises here. And there's a couple of tables that have them, but right now I'm going to dole out the 2022 Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo Rattle On Awards right after this. Zilla has everything you need for your reptile pets, from caging to lighting and everything in between. To see their entire catalog and find out where you can get Zilla products near you, visit zillarules.com. So as I look around at all the amazing reptiles that are here, obviously there's not a lot of Chelonians, so we're not going to give out the Rattle On Award for the best Chelonian here, but man, there are so many amazing snakes and lizards and breeders here. But as always, it's going to be really difficult for me to pick out the winners of this year's Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo Rattle On Awards. But when it comes time for the Rattle On Award for the best lizard here, wait until you see what I found over at Pet Paradise. All right, guys, so you know that I come to expos like this and I totally geek out at a lot of stuff, but here at Pet Paradise's booth, I am so geeking out about this. Look at this iguana. This isn't really a Fiji Island banded iguana. This is a Tonga Island banded iguana, which makes it even more geek-worthy. But look at those blues and those greens coming out in this iguana, and the reason why I'm geeking out about this iguana is, well, we just can't have these in the United States, but here in Canada, they're actually pretty common in people's collections, and Look at how docile this guy is. And, you know, I often think about these lizards as if you had a panther chameleon crossed with an iguana, this is what you'd get. And man, I don't know if it's because I can't have one of these in the United States that I'm geeking out about it, or that it's just such an amazingly cool iguana. Either way, man, this, I'm just so geeking out. I really am. I'm like, look at how docile they are. And these make perfect little iguana family members because they don't get much bigger than this. They do get bigger than this, but not a lot. They're handleable, they're personable, and man, are they just awesome iguanas. Look at this guy. He is just so friendly and so docile. He's not squirrely like other iguanas are. He is just sitting right on my hand, and he's just totally chilling out with me while I geek out about him. But man, look at that coloration. So these come from Fiji. They also come from the islands around Fiji, and this is one of the reasons why I really want to go to Fiji, is to find these in the wild. And one day, you know I'm going to get there, and you know I'm going to find these in the wild. But man, Fiji Island iguanas are amazing. Tonga Island iguanas, man, they are just so colorful and so vibrant, and look at this. They are just so unbelievably personable. And they are naturally this docile. He is just hanging out on my hand. I don't even really need to hold him. But man, they just have the most amazing faces, the most amazing colorations. Yeah, I'm talking about you, you know it. But the most amazing coloration, and these are just the most amazing iguanas out there, and I really wish that we could work with these in the United States. But again, here in Canada, a lot of people have these and a lot of people work with them. They are just so amazing. But just to have a look at how long that tail is. They have these huge long tails, and that aids them in their balance up in the trees. So look at the way he's sitting on my hand. He's using that tail as ballast to right himself and to really cling to my hand. And that's exactly what they do in trees around Fiji. How much are these guys here in Canada? These guys are only $2,000 each, which, man, again, I would buy an entire colony of these if I could work with these at that price. All right, so I was taking photos of him and he just crawled up on my head like this. But this shows you just how personable these guys are. He just crawled up on my head and he's sitting there, and he's gonna stay up there. I'm gonna walk around this expo and hopefully nobody notices that I've got him. So you can definitely see why this banded iguana is my pick for the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo Rattle On Award for the best lizard here. You don't look like you're working, dude.
Ah, man's got to take a break.
Yeah, it's true. Diane, what would you say is the best thing that you've seen at this expo so far? What is Reptiliatus worthy here? Oh, yes. The Abronia.
Make sure to guide us, please.
The Abronia.
Not just any Abronia, the one I don't know how to pronounce.
Well, Abronia. Nope. I'll pronounce it for you. Abronia vasectomii.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. They don't breed.
I don't want one of those anymore.
Yeah, you can't breed them because they're vasectomii. But yeah, that's what that is. That's how to pronounce that. Yes.
Maybe when I retire, I'll get one of those.
There you go. There you go. Always good seeing you.
Great to see you.
Madagascar coming up.
Madagascar.
It's going to be awesome.
2023. It's going to be amazing.
All right, so I am still and always will be geeking out over that Tonga Island iguana, man. Fiji Island iguanas are amazing, but those Tonga Islands with those blues, man, I'm going to be geeking out over that for life. But when it comes to the Rattle On Award for the best snake here, check out what I found over at Northern Lights. Check this out. This is the bluest rhino rat snake I have ever seen. And one of the reasons why this is so blue is that this is actually a xanthic. So these are green, and when you have a green snake that's a xanthic, you are left with this amazing blue snake. And sometimes rhino rat snakes will start out green and then they will turn blue with age. This one started out blue, and the blue has just gotten more and more blue as it got older. There's anathoristic, which is a lack of red pigment, and there's a xanthic, which is a lack of yellow pigment. So the xanthophores, which make up yellow pigment, completely disappear when you have a xanthic snake. And again, when you have a green snake that's a xanthic, the yellows disappear and the blues come out. So in nature, there is no natural green coloration other than in plants because of chlorophyll. So in nature, when you have a green animal, it's blue and yellow mixed together to make that green coloration. And when you have, again, in a xanthic animal that is lacking those xanthophores, lacking that yellow pigment, what comes out is the blue. And that's what makes these snakes so unbelievably beautiful and sky blue. But look at that nose on a rhino rat snake. They have this appendage on their rostral scale, which is their nose scale, and no one's really sure why they have evolved that. It has probably something to do with that these are specialized lizard eaters. And whether or not that is some kind of aid in eating lizards, nobody really knows for sure why rhino rat snakes have a rostral scale that looks like that. And this guy is only $3,500, and apparently this guy just sold and the buyer is coming to get him. But these are some of the most unique snakes out there, and when you have one this blue, man, this is one of the most amazing snakes at this entire expo. And you can definitely see why this rhino rat snake is my pick for the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo Rattle On Awards for the best snake here. So one of the things that sets the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo apart are all the vendors and the care and the design of their booths. There are some really meticulously designed booths here, and people really take pride in how they present themselves, their business, and their animals. But when it comes time to give out the Rattle On Award for the best booth here, there's one booth that consistently stands aside from all the rest. All right, Glenn and Melissa, once again, you guys take your booth to like this entirely new level. And look at this, it's not like you go to the Halloween store to buy those. You actually make these.
Yeah, we make them. Yeah,
That-
they're custom built.
So I follow you like on all socials, and you've been posting, you know, all the stuff as it's being made. It is just absolutely amazing. So you're still working with all the hog noses. And you've got tricolors down here.
Yes, sir.
You've got tons of like super arctic, melon, condas. I mean, tons and tons of hog noses. But look at this. I mean, and so many people are like walking by your table going, hey, look, it's the Halloween play, you know?
Yeah. But this is our house.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
just
it.
going to
All
say,
year long. It's
one of
all
these
year
days
long.
I'm making it to Montreal,
You have to.
and we're doing a
You
total
have to.
tour
We're
of your
gonna take
place.
you musky fishing and
Absolutely.
kayaks. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah, 'cause
Absolutely.
it's not a shop. It's our whole home is like this.
I
Exactly. It's how we live.
can't wait to get up there.
Oh, man.
Can't wait
the
to get up
door's
there.
open anytime.
Thank you, my man. But look at this, albino Arctic conda. This is like the most amazing one you have on your table, I think. But they're all amazing.
Yeah.
Albino super Arctic over here, and just a regular albino Arctic is just amazing. You've got another one over
I
here.
love the gene. It's my favorite gene.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't mean it to turn out that way, but it just ended up that way.
They are just amazing, man. Lots of albino Arctics here. And then now, did you guys have the tricolors last time?
Yeah.
You did?
we did. Yeah.
We've been doing them longer than we're, I think, some of the first in Canada to do them.
Oh, you were some of the first in Canada to do them.
Yeah, there was only one other person, and then we got huge. We ended up being the largest breeders of them in the world.
Wow, nice. Well, congratulations once again for winning the Rattle On Award for the best booth here. You know, you look around at all the other booths, they're really awesomely designed. You guys take it to like this entirely new level.
We love doing this.
love
It's
doing
so
it.
much fun.
Absolutely.
So
I mean,
it's so worth it.
Look at this. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a tour from one end of this place to the other. Look at this creepy clown. And he's got a parasitic clown twin right there. This is just amazing. And then over here, We've got Nailhead. Is that what you Nailhead?
You can call her Nailhead.
Nailhead. All right. So
Nailed
the,
it.
yeah, her name is now Nailhead. I assume her. I don't want to assume anybody just Nailhead gender. And then these babies are just creepy and awesome. Look at that. And this little dude over here is having a bit of lunch.
Some snake food.
Yeah, he's eating a rat. Love it. And then this dude, look at this, two-headed snake skeleton. I mean, this is just so incredible. Wow, all right, so then we have the awesome snakes. And then over here, we've got this mummy, yeah. Just look at this. I mean, this is just amazing. And these are all hand-built by those two artists over there. And then look at this dude. Man, I mean, right down to the guts hanging out. And then the creepiest clown that there is. This is just absolutely incredible. I love Nosferatu here.
He's from our bathroom.
This is from the bathroom, all right.
Yeah, we have a crazy bathroom.
All right. Yeah, he kind of looks like a pervert that would be in your bathroom watching you, right?
You know what I mean?
Look at that, those beady little pervert eyes. Guys, you do such good work here. I mean, this expo would not be what it is without you guys here. What a way to sell hog noses. This is just awesome. So because they put so much work and innovation into their booth display, you can definitely see why for the second time in a row, Slithers wins the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo Rattle On Award for the best booth here. You know, guys, there are certain reptile expos that everybody should go to, and if you are up here anywhere in Canada, every September, make the pilgrimage to here in Toronto to come to the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo. This really is an amazing reptile expo, and there is so much to see here. And guys, from here, the next reptile expo I will be at Tinley Park, NARBC in October. That is my favorite reptile expo. I will never miss one, and I will see all of you guys there. And until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.